In earlier times, temples were dedicated to a single deity. As trade and population increased, however, a single community would have a variety of spiritual needs. Merchants prayed to Guangong or Tudigong, the earth god, for good fortune. Students made offerings of radishes, celery, shallots, and rice dumplings to Lord Wenchang for success in examinations. And young couples sought the blessing of the old man under the moon for a happy marriage. Later on, therefore, temples became places for the worship of a group of deities, regardless of whether Buddhist, Taoist, or folk god, so long as each deity catered for the needs of a section of the community. This led to the practice of dedicating temples to numerous deities. With many temples in Taiwan, particularly the larger ones, combining Buddhist, Taoist, and Confucian worship. Folk religion in Taiwan is closely associated with popular festivals. Every year, there are ceremonies to welcome deities, send them off, ask for blessings, or otherwise interact with them. Festivals take many forms, but all are used to express the gratitude of the faithful. The various festivals not only reflect the close connections between locality and religious affiliation, but also the development of unique local customs. Some long-established festivals now attract tourists. Among the most exciting are the nativity festivals of major deities. The 23rd day of the third lunar month is the Nativity of Mazu, a festival involving Mazu temples throughout the country. According to legend, Mazu is the guardian goddess of fishermen and other seafarers, and as Taiwan is an island, her worship is naturally very important. During the third lunar month, Taiwan becomes gripped by Mazu fever, as the ardor with which the faithful throw themselves into the festivities is described. The term jinxiang, meaning the offering of incense made by pilgrims, is used to describe the participation in a parade in which a deity is carried from community to community. These are often massive affairs covering long distances in which participants worship along the way to show their piety. Holding sticks of incense, pilgrims hope to carry the deity's palanquin and pray for protection from evil. Shops along the route will lay out offerings, each competing with the next. By providing food for the pilgrims, they also advertise themselves and generate good connections with the community. Nighttime parades are one of the nativity celebration events. Generally speaking, those who have nighttime parades only include deities that span the living and nether worlds, as well as judicial deities and the city god, who have responsibilities over the living and the dead of determining good and evil. Such night parades allow the deity to investigate human affairs and avert evil influences from the community. Deities are just 3 feet above your head, advised the ancients. In many ceremonies, therefore, people volunteer to act as palanquin carriers, servants, or guardians of the deity in penance for their sins. In traditional society, this principle also served to discourage crime and promote virtue. Even in today's rule of law world, these traditional ceremonies continue to perform this function, and their value is still widely recognized. Other features of these ceremonies of worship and thanksgiving are the performances and competitions that accompany them. These take a wide variety of forms and express the fervor of people's faith. Amidst the din of drums and gongs, performers do their utmost to win the favor of the deities and the applause of their audience. This entertainment for gods and humans makes temple festivals a showcase of folk arts and has provided them with a forum in which they can be passed down to future generations. Taoist sacrificial ceremonies are also an important part of Taiwan's religious life. These are especially popular in the south, the largest being the 3-yearly king boat ceremony or plague sacrifice, in which the plague god is called upon to rid the area of pestilence and bring peace to the region. This is also known as a tour of inspection of the gods. The 2 most famous king boat ceremonies are held at Qing'an Temple in Shigang, Tainan County, and at Donglong Temple in Donggang, Pingdong County. The king boat ceremony requires the construction of an ornate boat in which the plague god can travel. This boat is carried throughout the town streets to rid them of pestilence. Finally, fully loaded with pestilence, the boat is carried out of the town and burned. The huge boat becomes a massive bonfire, before which people stand and pray in silence, hoping that the fierce flames will carry away adversity and disaster and bring peace and prosperity. Many ceremonies are associated with a specific locality in which a deity is called upon to rid a harbor town of pestilence and bring good fortune to fishermen. Among these are the beehive fireworks celebrations honoring Guanggong and the bombing of Lord Handan, which serves a similar function. Of the wide variety of ceremonies, most important in each community is the peace sacrifice. This ceremony supplicating peace and good fortune is a regular event, usually held at 3, 5, or even 10-year intervals. Its purpose is to call on a deity to bring peace to the community, and at the same time, food and other offerings are made to hungry ghosts. On occasion, water lanterns will be released to guide the dead to shore, where they can feast on the offerings, placating them so they will leave the community in peace.